Right friends, welcome back to abbreviations. This is the 9th module and look at the first abbreviation, CC account. CC account is a cash credit account. Second one is OD account. OD account is overdraft account. These two are the accounts in the form of revolving credit to the borrower. They are in the form of revolving credit. That means bank will give the upper limit and the borrower has got the option of taking a loan up to the amount he desires subject to the limit. Subject to the limit, the borrower can take loan and pay back, take loan and pay back. So these two are CC account and OD account, and there is a slight difference, and we discussed in lecture part the differences between OD account and CC account. Look at the next one, European Union. EU is the European Union. This is the conglomerate of 28 countries in Europe. 28 countries in Europe, and there are several unifying features with regard to the trade, with regard to the movement across the borders. So European Union is the political and economic conglomerate, or you can say political and economic union of 28 European countries. FSS, Farmers Service Societies. These farmers service societies were established somewhere around 1970s. They were established just like this primary agriculture credit societies, but the difference between PACS and FSS is quite larger in size and PACS is smaller in size. So farmer service societies were established in the year 1970s, almost say on the similar lines of primary agricultural credit societies. Please don't forget. EPF is Employees Provident Fund. You may ask, what is the Provident Fund? The Provident Fund is basically contributed by the employee as well as contributed by the employer. It is partially contributed by the employee, partially contributed by the employer, and this fund is to take care the needs of the employee in the future. So it will act as corpus to take care of requirements of the employee in future. So the Provident Fund is maintained by Employees Provident Fund Organization, statutory body established somewhere in the early 1950s. IFR, Investment Fluctuation Reserve. Investment Fluctuation Reserve is the reserve fund to take care of the risks. If you look at the banking system, this investment fluctuation reserve is kept so as to take care of interest rate risks for the investments made by banks. For the investments made by banks to take care of interest rate risks, this investment fluctuation reserve is maintained in the banking system. So IFR means investment fluctuation reserve. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, or popularly known as PMKVY. This is for skill development. This Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana is for skill development, and the government wants to develop skills for 24 lakh youth within 1 year under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Please don't forget. Hriday, Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana. Hriday means Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana, and this is piloted by the Ministry of Urban Development, basically to develop the historical cities, or you can say heritage cities, to preserve the culture and to preserve the historical structures in heritage cities. This Hriday concept was formulated, and it is formulated by the Ministry of Urban Development. Please don't forget. Prasad, this is a pilgrimage rejuvenation and a spiritual augmentation drive. Prasad means pilgrimage rejuvenation and spiritual augmentation drive. This is monitored by Ministry of Tourism so as to promote the pilgrimage centers. So as to promote the pilgrimage centers, this prasad was brought and is being monitored by the Ministry of Tourism, and this Hriday and Prasad, under each scheme 12 places each are nominated. 12 places in the country each are nominated. That means 12 under Hriday, 12 under Prasad are nominated, and 10 are common in these lists. In these lists, 10 towns are common in these lists under Hriday and Prasad. HDFC, this is Housing Development Finance Corporation. This is the financial conglomerate into several activities now, established in the year 1977. Please don't forget. But HDFC Bank was established somewhere in the year 1994. SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. Banks are required to keep certain percentage either in cash form or in gold form or under the approved government securities. That is statutory liquidity ratio. It varies from time to time, and the upper limit under statutory liquidity ratio is 40%, and there is no lower limit prescribed, and SLR securities are to be maintained by the banks, and this ratio may change from time to time as announced in the monetary policy by the Reserve Bank of India. PEHL, this is otherwise the DBTL, direct benefit transfer for LPG. PEHL means Pratyaksh Hanstantrit Labh. Pratyaksh Hanstantrit Labh, otherwise known as direct benefit transfer scheme for LPG. That means the LPG customers will pay at market price, and subsequently the subsidy amount will be transferred to their bank accounts. That is direct benefit transfer for LPG. Please don't forget. Amrit. Amrit is Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. This came in place of Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission. All of you are well aware, JNNURM was started in the year 2005, initially for a period of 7 years, subsequently extended for another 2 years, but now Amrit was brought in place of Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission. Please don't forget. IMD, India Meteorological Department. This India Meteorological Department was established long back, and it is one of the oldest organizations. This was established in the year 1875 with Calcutta as the headquarters. Subsequently, its headquarters got shifted to Shimla, then to Pune, and at present the headquarters of IMD is in New Delhi. This NSSF, National Small Savings Fund, was started in the year 1999 from 1st April 1999, and this National Small Savings Fund is maintained under public account. Government accounts are maintained in 3 forms. ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. This was established in the year 1955, basically to give long-term finance to promote industrial activity in the country. This was established at the instance of Government of India. World Bank and trade bodies at the instance of Government of India, World Bank and trade bodies. This ICICI was established in the year 1955 so as to give long-term project finance, but subsequently it opened bank in the year 1994, which is now famous ICICI Bank. And with the advent of universal banks nowadays, there is no need for such long-term finance institutions at present. GST, Goods and Services Tax, government is contemplating to introduce it from 1st April 2016, but this bill is yet to be passed. ISO, International Organization for Standardization. This is Geneva based organization, non-government independent organization. LAMPS, large sized Adivasi multi-purpose societies. Large sized Adivasi multi-purpose societies basically to promote trade related activities and agriculture among the tribal people. This LAMPS was brought. LERMS, Liberalized Exchange Rate Management System. Subsequent to the liberalization of our economy in the year 1991, this liberalized exchange rate management system was brought in the year 1992. Please don't forget. RTP is reserve tranche position. This pertains to International Monetary Fund. Each member country will have its own share under reserve tranche position. CRR, cash reserve ratio. Banks are required to set aside certain percentage in cash form to be maintained as a special account with Reserve Bank of India, and this is cash reserve ratio. This is a must as per Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. FSDC, Financial Stability and Development Council. This FSDC is Financial Stability and Development Council. The head is the Finance Minister and the heads of the regulators. The heads of the regulators means the RBI Governor, SEBI Chief, IRDAI Chief, like that. The heads of the regulators will be members in Financial Stability and Development Council, and this is headed by the Finance Minister. National Center for Financial Education, that is NCFE. National Center for Financial Education is basically to promote financial literacy in the country, and with this let us conclude the abbreviations 9th module. Please do join for 10th module. Have a nice day. Thank you.